guest for today on 1st June 2020 is Shri R.S. Sodhi, the man who has literally kept us alive, who's fed the entire nation during the lockdown. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in welcoming the milkman of India, our very popular and loving Shri R.S. Sodhi. From all of us, from all of us, we want to thank you and the entire team of Amul to work tirelessly to keep our supplies of milk and other essentials reaching the countrymen during this lockdown, sir. Mr. R.S. Sodhi, Managing Director, Amul, we are so happy to have you with us at Insights with Nidhi. Sir, I wanted to begin by asking that being a cooperative milk collection from the farms, it would not have been easy during the lockdown. How did you manage it and what steps did you take so that the daily supplies from the farms could be brought to your factories?
Firstly, Nidhi, thank you very much for giving this opportunity to interact with your members. So I'm extremely happy. Well, as far as the, how we maintain the our milk supply, let me tell you, even if we wanted to stop it, we cannot, because we were under lockdown, but not our cows and buffaloes.
Well said, sir.
So, and you see, unlike other products, supply chain which starts from the factory or the production unit to the consumer, the supply chain of milk starts from farmer. So we call it C2C, cow to consumer or buffalo to consumer. So this supply chain can never stop. Newspaper can stop, Indian Railways can stop, we can stop, anything can stop, but milk can never stop. Because cows or buffaloes, they'll continue to give milk morning and evening. And whole supply chain is only of 1 day inventory. If we stop processing or collection or distribution of milk, we have to stop taking milk from the farmers. And what to do with the milk? And you see, milk is not only a source of nutrition for our urban consumer. So milk is a source of livelihood for 100 million families in the rural India. So from day one, we could understand, although it was very much declared that milk is essential not only for market, but milk is essential for the rural India. And we continued. There were some problems, but permissions were there. We have to take all the safety measures, whether in the milk collection, we have to keep social distancing or sanitization and other things, or sanitization of milk tankers or in the plants. But milk supply chain continued 24/7 without any disruption. In fact, we got more milk during this COVID. We got 15% or 45 lakh liters more milk because small players, mithai shop, ice cream people, or other small they stopped collection of milk. So all the state governments, Gujarat, Maharashtra, Punjab, Rajasthan, UP, all state governments requested to collect more milk. So without reduction in price to the farmers or without increase in the price to the consumer, this supply chain of milk continued uninterrupted. Farmers were happy because they were getting every day whatever milk they were money. During 60 days, we paid around 8,000 crore rupees to the rural India. Total cooperatives put together 20,000 crore rupees. Cash has gone to the rural economy. In fact, we paid around 800 crore rupees extra for the extra milk which we procured.
Wonderful.
So milk was a very dependable source of income and nutrition during this 60 days COVID.
Yes, it's so heartening. We did not know that the amounts of money that is getting generated for the rural India is so high. It is really astounding. I think pandemic has kind of increased the footprint of milk, so as to say. So that's good for us. So the government provided a very limited window for the consumers to pick up milk because it was the essentials, it kind of narrowed the window. Was there a difficulty in kind of ensuring where you used to get the whole window of the whole day, now you only had to make the supplies available during that very small window? Was that a difficulty?
Yeah, Nidhi, that was really good. Great challenge. Besides the window of 2, 4 hours, 6 hours, depending on the cities, the first challenge was getting our logistic partners in the supply chain. See, rolled milk tanker was exempted, you can view it. But what about the driver or cleaner who has to come from the home, or in Bombay where public transport is not available? So first getting permissions for these logistic partners so that they can come on their duty. Then you see the supply chain of milk is like we have got 3 types of supply chain. One is for the fresh milk. Second is for dairy products like butter, cheese, ghee, dairy whitener, tetra milk. And third is for the frozen. So transporters are separate, distributors are separate, and some retailers are also separate. And window is only 2 to 6 hours. So what we did, we mixed, intermingled all the supply chain. When ice cream load was not there, the ice cream infrastructure was lying idle. And they had no other source of income, our distributor or transport. We said, please come into our dairy and fresh product. You distribute our dairy product and fresh product. So because demand was also more, and retail, it was very difficult to go to all the shops to service that. So more people were working for whatever products was being demanded by the market. That is why we could distribute average quantity of milk and more quantity of dairy products during this lockdown period.
Wonderful. So it's going to actually become a case history, I think. How has the demand pattern changed during the lockdown versus milk and the other products? Of course, ice cream and all, it would have gone really low. But otherwise, what has been the difference in the pattern?
Yeah. Nidhi, there has been lot of ups and downs in demand of some food products. Like if you take fresh milk, first 3 days of lockdown, demand went up by 10 to 15%. Then for a week's time, demand got down by 10 to 15%. Then the average, because of hotel restaurant, Horeca segment totally closed. People had done some panic buying. Third, lot of migration happened from the metros and bigger cities to the rural side. So demand went down. But later on, the milk demand got average. It went up. Reason is people started consuming more milk at home because you are sitting in the home, so you are using milk in the morning, using milk for lunch, using milk for making dessert in the dinner. So that was, now I can say, milk demand today, in spite of Horeca closure, which consume around 10 to 12% of our milk, we are slightly more than the previous year.
Wonderful. So that means now the lockdown is open.
And especially the metro. You take Bombay, Delhi, Calcutta, we are selling 6 to 10% more milk in spite of it, because people are consuming more at home, and some other brands are not coming, that is right. But very interesting thing happened in the dairy products. We saw, because of initially panic buying, product demand for all our products increased by 15 to 30%. Butter, cheese, Tetra Pak, dairy whitener increased tremendously. And we had the stocks, we had the distribution, so there was absolutely no problem. But more surprising is the cheese or paneer, because Horeca segment contributes around 30 to 35% of sale of cheese. And today we are selling, in spite of that Horeca segment closer, around 40% more cheese, because household demand has doubled. If 17, paneer sales also. And ghee demand also increased by 20%. Butter, we sell around 50% to the Horeca. But today our butter demand is average. So whatever we lost there, because what we realize is that people at home are buying best ingredients, very reliable brand. And they are using a lot morning, everybody is making a lot of cheese-based dishes. So at Horeca, that fellow may be using some cheap ingredients or some duplicate of cheese. But when I'm buying cheese, I'll buy the most reliable brand and brand which is available. So rather all these products which are used as ingredient got better demand. So today, but ice cream demand suffered. Last month of the March, 95% minus. In case of Apple, 85% minus. Today we can say we are at 50-50. We are last year 50% demand is coming and we are.
Wonderful, sir. I think the consumer behavior has changed, and hopefully that should remain. So overall, the demand will go up very high when the hotel and all the sales also come back, since the lockdown has got opened. So it's good news for that, and people have started using very, I think, healthy options now, and they will not go back to the other options that they were using earlier. So the lockdown actually did force some people to shift to some local brands if their other branded product was not available. Would you think that they would kind of change their loyalty after the lockdown has opened and the branded products are back in the market? I mean, for me, it was reversed.
Yeah, you see, definitely, because first thing during lockdown was the requirement of food. So whatever brand was available, you had purchased, because when you go to the shopkeeper, most of the shelves are lying empty. You want to buy butter, cheese, ghee, noodles, masalas, oil, see biscuits, whatever brand was available, you have purchased it. And now, if you have got a good experience, you like the taste, and local brands are now good in, packaging and pricing also, more attractive. So they are going to get the share. And now retailers also realize that I cannot depend too much on national brands. And local brands are more flexible, and because they were locally. And definitely local brands got benefits, especially in case of food. And if they try to maintain the quality and the technology and the very affordable pricing, because now demand for packed and branded products is going to increase. So this is the best time for the local brand to encash it and be aggressive in the market with the best product and very affordable price, but good distribution.
Yes, I think, yes, that is the key parameter, also distribution. But I must also share with you, sir, I was using some other milk earlier before the lockdown. And when Modi ji did announce the first on that Sunday on, I think, end of March, we stocked ourselves like everyone else with Tetra Pak, Amul milks. No?
Yeah.
And our taste buds have now become adapted to that milk. We are not going back. So I think the 2 months is a lot of time for people to, if they have loved the product, they will stick on to it. So that could actually also change the consumer pattern. Sir, fearing the unavailability of milk, a lot of people had stocked a lot of dry milk also in their homes, right? They thought that maybe the milk is not available. Do you think the pie of the dry milk will increase now because people may have got used to that option of your offering?
And Nidhi, you are right. Lockdown has given a lot of opportunity for us for the free trial or taste trial, whether it's a Tetra Pak milk or Amul Dairy. Our sales of Amul Dairy multiplied across India, metros. Same is for condensed milk also. I mean, people sold the condensed milk during this 1 month more than the year's quantity, or for dairy whitener in the metros. So definitely, major portion of this new consumer will be retained and would love to do it, because now they have tasted the product and they have liked the taste. So they will at least they like to keep it and keep trying. Awareness about our products are also increased.
Excellent, sir. मतलब जिसको चस्का लग गया अमूल का अभी पूरे इंडिया को आपने लगा दिया, sir. You've been so efficient that I have never seen. Of course, all my colleagues would have also they would have never seen कि मिला नहीं. It was always available. So we have consumed it and now we become used to it. Sir, आपका तो वैसे ही we have got a huge array of Amul products and the dairy offerings. Are there any new ones also to join the wagon that you were already planning before the lockdown came?
You see, developing new product introduction, new products is a continuous process. And every month, we introduce 2 new products or variants. Even during lockdown, we introduced the Haldi Doodh because everybody was talking immunity. So now we have developed Tulsi Doodh, which is also another immunity product. Then Ginger Doodh. And also we are now introduced because people want more of branded products and people are going away from the loose, unpacked. So we have recently introduced in Gujarat the branded sweets, mithai, Mohan Thal, or we have introduced Akhrot ka barfi, etc. These are the things, and lot of bakery products, lot of new ice cream flavors and the flavored milk flavors we are going to introduce. So that will be continuous. But now because we have understood that consumer want packed, branded, no doubt now demand for small packing is, so we are enhancing the capacity also, and also improving our distribution in the smaller cities or kasbas.
That's good news. Uh, I've heard about this concept of A2 milk, which is finding a lot of worldwide attention. I have not tried it. I know it is available on Amazon. Are you also creating a separate vertical? You think that some people in the metros will be looking at that concept, or it is just a very European concept?
Well, you see, for European, it is a new concept, A2 milk, because they never had the A2 milk. And we have liked that people realize the importance of A2 milk or A2 protein. Let me tell you, in India, we have been consuming A2 milk since centuries because all the desi cow milk is A2 milk or A2 protein. All the buffaloes are producing A2 milk. And 50% of these imported breeds, which we called crossbreds, like Holstein Friesian, because they are crossed with the Indian breeds, 50% of that milk is also A2 milk. So one can say in India, whatever milk is available, 90% is A2 milk. Only thing is we have not used that positioning. Europeans have to use it or other countries because they never had the opportunity. But India has been using it, so it's good. I mean, only thing we have to make aware that what milk you are consuming is nothing but A2 milk.
So I think iska bhi kuch role raha hoga, because as you have seen, Indian immunity system has emerged as the strongest.
Yeah.
So we
Maybe
hum
that.
bachpan se A2 milk pi rahe hain, so we
I
are
think
one reason.
that is a good point which we had not realized. That Indian immunity is better than other. Maybe because we have been using A2 milk, and in our genes there is A2 milk.
Brilliant, sir. हम ही marketing का communication एक ये बना देंगे अमूल का. अभी I'll become your next Amul girl for this campaign.
Welcome.
Amul has already very, very hygienic lines. I did speak to your machine suppliers before taking this interview, and it is a no-touch, very hygienic production. Is there any scope for further automation, sir?
Nidhi, in dairy industry, you see, milk is not touched at all only when the consumer is opening. Then only is it good. Because as soon as the farmer brings the milk at our collection center, automatically milk weighment happens, quality check, it goes into the bulk milk cooler, and then up to the consumer, it is fully automatic. It is untouched. As far as automation is concerned, you see, if you enter into our dairy plant, things are automated. You hardly find anybody on the shop floor except of the packing line and loading, unloading. So there, I feel you require some labor and you have to give employment also. So we are doing automation, but up to some extent, because we have to see, because Amul is a company owned by small farmers, so we have to take care of employment opportunities to these people also. But some automation we have done in the plant for the making of crates or sorting the milk pouch in the crates. But that much automation is there. But there is a cost for the automation also. Now AI has come, artificial intelligence. People are talking a lot, but instead of 10 brains, you'll require only one cell. So a lot of unemployment will be generated if you go for more high-class automation, and I don't think India can afford it.
Yes, yes. Thank you, sir. I think you're making a right balance between providing employment as well as a mix
Yeah,
of automation. So brilliant, sir. That could be a good example also. Amul's products, like you already spoke about dry milk, like the ghee, butter, chocolates, cream, cheese. All of them have all been available through e-commerce also. Myself
yeah.
also, we've always ordered during this time and we've got it. Are you thinking to put more focus on delivery through e-commerce now?
Yeah, definitely. Whatever trends are showing that consumer is going to avoid or reduce buying outside or going outside or going to the malls and the modern trade where a lot of crowd is there. So now we are focusing more on general trade. The consumer is going to come on standalone or the e-commerce. E-commerce sale has already doubled. So now we have to see that how more and more product variants are available, especially the ice cream side, because still the frozen products are not getting very good availability or demand. So now we have to. So e-commerce is going to improve, but e-commerce is going to take share not from the general trade but from the modern trade. General trade is also going to grow until unless these modern trade people go out of those big malls and start small shops, which already a lot of people have done. A lot of modern trade has also gone into e-commerce. I mean, instead of going, you can get at home. So next, I think e-commerce is going to be the in thing. And any FMCG company or a durable company now cannot ignore e-commerce.
Yes, sir. That is very true. So your district, the Arya district of the cooperative area, which is the collection center for all the milk from the farms across. Beautiful example. The whole world knows about it. Are you planning to duplicate this in other areas? Is it possible?
Well, very good, Nizi question. All you see, this is the right time, whether we do it or any government, because right now we are talking about giving employment opportunity to the rural India. A lot of migrants people have gone back, especially to the UP, Bihar, Jharkhand, West Bengal, Odisha, Northeast. Terminally, these are the slightly milk deficit states where a lot of milk is coming from the states. So if one has to provide source of livelihood to these millions of people in rural Bihar or UP, animal husbandry dairy is the best thing. And already government of India, finance minister announced around 15,000 crore rupees fund for building dairy infrastructure fund. So if it can be effectively utilized, what we did in White Revolution 1975, where Amul model was replicated in part of India under White Revolution. White Revolution too can be planned for this 15,000 crore rupees in these states, besides providing the employment opportunity to about 30 lakh families, this 15,000 crore, we can make India not only self-sufficient, but the dairy to the world. So this is the right opportunity.
I think this is the message, sir, that the Amul model could be replicated in all the states that you've mentioned. And these are the people where the migrant workers have gone back. It will be an excellent opportunity, I think, sir. And you with the government are going to make the white revolution too happen. We are very sure about it, sir. It was very interesting to see that Amul was getting into selling the N95 masks. I was like, what was the reason behind that? What was the
Nothing.
inspiration?
It was not a plan, or we don't want to be in this business at all. I mean, you see, Amul has got around 2,000 parlors in Gujarat. We were requested by the state government that a lot of complaints are coming on non-availability of mask and overcharging. So can we help them? We said definitely. It's a national cause. And so we said, okay, whatever price you give us, we'll give to the same price to the farm, our parlor guy, and he'll give few rupees and sell it. And with our this type of what do you say action or intervention had reduced the price of mask in the market and also increased the availability of mask. But this was a very temporary thing, just an intervention.
No, but a very helpful one at that, sir. I think,
Yeah.
yeah, very helpful, sir. Now coming to my favorite part is the iconic Amul girl, your mascot. It has created a niche in advertising which captures any worldwide event with the pulse, with one little message that the whole world looks out to. How has Amul been able to maintain this continuous topical relevance through 50 years with India's most famous campaign? How has you managed to do that, sir?
See, nothing. I mean, we have spent peanuts on this advertising because nothing is creative, and we have mostly using digital or some hoardings. So advertising, but only the last, what is the reason is last 55 years this campaign is going. What we have done is consistency. We have followed this continuously without any disruption, and this is such a campaign where you get every day something to comment. I mean, during COVID also, we had come out with 12 topicals on COVID only.
So,
And this, I mean, during COVID or this, when nobody was advertising, everybody stopped communication with the consumers. Everybody stopped communicating with the, the consumers who are their family members. Amul not only continued, we doubled our advertising spend because we realized that this is a time to communicate. Because when your consumers are under distress, why to stop communication? I mean, brand building is not a sales pitch; it's a long-term asset building. So we got a very good bargain for each our channel, whether Mahabharat or Ramayana or the news, and we doubled the spend and we got 100x benefit. What we could have got in 100 crore rupees we got TRP or the exposure, we got in 1 crore rupees. So that was the benefit, and consumers also appreciate that we were visible on the channels and we were also visible on the ground.
Sir, I think what even my father says that if your intent is good, your intent was keeping the communication with the customer. That was your intent, and the effect that you got of it was wonderful because you got an opportunity where everyone like stopped, froze out because you wanted to communicate with all of us. And beautiful, sir. This is, you know, when acts of such acts which have never happened before is what leaders really emerge as, and I think Amul has done wonders in that, sir. There's also a book on which Amul has brought out on Indian advertising where the character sees India throughout these years. Are you planning to also bring out a digital version, which, you know, our industry could probably be shared?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, already 3 version has come, and we don't mind coming. You have a good idea. We can come out with digital version also, which can be available on the Kindle or anything else, so people can read it. It's a good suggestion. I'll definitely tell my marketing to do it. Thank you very much.
Good, sir. Now, I know that you are right in midst of operations and I've already taken enough time, but ladies and gentlemen, it took me a lot of requests for sir to get his time because he's running this operation where all of us are just operating from home. So thank you for that again. What is your words of advice from the learnings that you've had, sir, during these 2 months going forward, which our Pet Chem fraternity can take home from?
I think one learning which I like to give to all the any entrepreneur is that please do not stop communicating with your stakeholders. Like in our case, our stakeholders are farmers, transporters, loaders, distributors, and consumers, and our own employees. Right from 25th, we started communicating with every member that look here, no doubt milk is an essential product and we have to see our business run smoothly and we all do our job. But more than the job, it is your national duty. So communication with the stakeholders, especially when they are in distress, is more important than they are in happy position. Second is, I will advise you to do multitasking everything. With multi-production facilities, multi-segments catering for the products, multi-production basis, and catering to the multi-channels, modern trade, general trade, e-commerce. and multi products. So because of Amul had having some, he had divided risk, and you don't know if Horeca was not working, we had the general. If MFS was not working, we had general. So I mean, multi-job has really come out very well, and I think this was the best time of overall, no doubt, COVID was the best time of building long-term relationship with all your stakeholders.
Bilkul, sir. I think the example that you've set during these 2 months, the whole Amul brand, whether providing employment to the rural areas, whether ensuring that your products are available throughout India to the countrymen, and maintaining the communication with all of us, and going forward also trying to show models to the other states. Hats off to you and your team, sir. We are so proud of you, and we thank you from the bottom of our hearts for being there for us. Thank you very much, sir. We'll see you soon. Namaskar.
Thank you, Niji. Namaste. Namaste to everyone.